ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Talks with TK. I'm your host, Papa TK. I'm a video game streamer and content creator, and in this series, we interview streamers to get to know them a bit beyond the screen and a bit about their journey as a streamer. Now, after the first 4 episodes of Talks with TK, we did take a nice little bye week, a much-needed break. But I'm proud to say that we're back with episode 5 and stronger than ever. In today's episode, you'll be witnessing something you've never seen before. We're not interviewing a streamer this week. We're going to be interviewing our first ever game developer on Talks with TK. Now, this episode will be exclusive to YouTube today on June 8th. However, the 4 parts that make it a full episode will be available on TikTok tomorrow, June 9th. But without further ado, let's dive right into this interview. The game developer of the game Surrounded, the game developer of the game Abnormality. Without further ado, our guest for Talks with TK episode 5, none other than Patrick. How you doing, man? Thanks for deciding to do this.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. It's a pleasure. For those of you who don't know, Patrick is the game developer for Abnormality. I love doing content for this game, man. So without further ado, man, if you want to let the people know some things about you, go ahead and take the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much. I am, like you said, I am Patrick. I am a 22-year-old developer straight from Norway. It's very cold, and game development is all I do, pretty much. I do spend some time with my missus here and there, but other than that, I am just grinding the game out.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Yeah, man, I really appreciate the opportunity, man. Perfect time to thank you for that again, too, man. Making content is super cool with you.
I gotta thank you, man.
Yeah, man, you're like super involved, and I really appreciate that about you. I think a lot of the content creators do. Like hearing from the dev as often as we hear from you is, you know, it's a cool thing for what it's worth. So
I appreciate it, man.
Shout out to you for that. But
thank you.
Yeah, man, we'll get into the questions. So the first question that I always ask in these interviews, and I'm gonna carry on with this with you, is have you always been a gamer?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Like, as far as I can think back, ever since I got consciousness, I've always been either on a computer or been playing on a Nintendo DS. Yeah, it's basically been my entire life.
Yeah, it's like a lifestyle. Like a lifestyle choice, man.
Yeah, Minecraft, Roblox, Pokemon on the Nintendo DS, all of that, yeah.
No shit, I didn't pin you for a Roblox guy, no kidding.
Yeah, no, I was really young at the time.
Yeah. No, I
did move on to Minecraft after Roblox, right.
Bro, I do forget your age sometimes. Like, I forget that, there was a point in your life where Roblox and your age kind of matched up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way...
Yeah. It's just dragging me. Yeah, okay.
W piggyback rides? Yeah, our room's over, right into the left over there.
Oh, nice.
But, so... The next question is, like, for gaming, for a lot of people, rather, gaming is, like, beyond, just a hobby. It helps with all sorts of things from, like, whether it be anxiety or, like, your social life, like meeting friends and stuff. Yeah. What can you say that's something, something that gaming did for you throughout your process as a gamer?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's definitely been more than gaming. That's just how it's been. Since I've never really been very good socially, like at social stuff in real life, that is. I've always been pretty, like, I always liked to, sit at the very back in class, and I just was for myself. I didn't like to talk to people. It sounds pretty sad, but, it wasn't that sad.
Yeah, no, I hear you, though.
Yeah. And, like, I just didn't have a lot of friends since I just didn't want to talk to anyone, since I just felt like it was awkward, and I didn't know what to say. And I was probably a bit insecure, to be fair. I just didn't really feel like I fit in. So then, especially playing Minecraft, I was on these servers where I, met a lot of people, and they are some of my best friends today as well. So yeah. It's been like just a way for me to actually meet people and develop some kind of social skills, since I didn't do that in real life.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. I have same thing. I still have friends that I've met in my life, early on in my life, and honestly, me and the community say all the time, dude, these relationships hit harder than the IRL relationships, in my opinion.
Yeah, they do, man. It's something about it.
It really is, man. It's unique, and the people who don't understand, I almost feel bad for them. Like people judge because of it, and they'll be like, "How can you be best friends with someone you never met?" It's like, well,
yeah. I think it's more like in real life. A lot of people judge everyone like by looks, by everything, right? By like popularity in school, even. Well, on the internet, like a lot of people don't show their face, so it's literally strictly based on personality, right? Like you're friends with someone since you just genuinely like their personality, which is pretty pure, I would say.
Yeah,
like,
no, 100%.
Yeah.
It's what they tell you to look for in relationships. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
Yeah, someone that you could actually fathom sitting with every day for the rest of your life. So
yeah.
Pretty cool, man. So normally, man, this is where I start with the streamer questions, but obviously for you, it's a little different. Normally, I ask a streamer when was the first time they press go. But for you, I'll say, when was your first time that you, I guess, started creating a game? Like, when was it, I don't know. When were you like, yeah, man, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a damn game. Watch.
Well, my first ever project would technically be when I stole my mom's computer to make a Flappy Bird copy. If you know what Flappy Bird is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I made that on my mom's computer probably when I was around 12. And she was really impressed by it since, I made it in this engine called BuildBox. It's very old. And she was really impressed, and, she really, like, supported me on just, like, she just backed me ever since, right? Like, that I was able to actually create something at such a young age. Even though it was a blatant copy, right? It was just still wanting to do that at such a young age. And then I moved on to Minecraft development, where I developed plugins in Java. For like servers and stuff like that.
Right.
And then I did that for, I think, until I was like 16, 17. And then I just felt like I hit like a limit since, it was Minecraft after all. You can't do everything in Minecraft. So I just, after like feeling like I was limited by the boundaries of Minecraft, I just figured, why not, try to make a proper game. And that's what I did.
Oh shit! And that was Surrounded?
Yeah, that was Surrounded.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. By the way, I love that game for what it's worth.
Oh, thank you, man.
Dude, we just beat it yesterday. It was a super fun playthrough. Oh, do you know the spot upstairs?
No, probably not. No.
Oh well, let's hope. Let's hope I can keep it with me. I'll keep you alive.
And also, to be fair, I did stream in 2017 Fortnite. Just, an FYI.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that. So you did give streaming a shot? Was it like
it was like one stream just for fun. No. It was just for fun.
Oh, okay.
I was just bored, yeah. It was nothing serious.
Still, though, that's badass, man.
Yeah.
That's honestly, I thought about the Fortnite thing. I was never a Fortnite player. But I thought because playing a popular game, like, it would be a good idea. Light my candle. And I'm really glad I didn't, because it's so saturated, man.
Yeah, it is.
Are you single? Are you friendly?
Gee, I thought that was one of your questions.
Are you daddy?
Right there. Oh my days.
Do you like bacon? Do you like bacon? Do you like me? Shit. How did you die? So, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of know our ghost here. Why don't you pick up that camera and humor me for a second?
Oh.
You see what I see?
Oh, okay. It might be a wisp. It just might be.
Yeah, I think. So if you want to, we'll carry on with the interview. But guess this one out and load into another one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Works for me. But yeah, we'll keep the pace going, man. Well, I guess you kind of already answered this question, dude. I was going to say, have you always known you wanted to be a dev? But you kind of answered that with the fact that you made a game at 12.
Yeah, true. But there's actually a fun fact there that I didn't even know about. My mom showed me this. It was, so when I was in first grade, we had like these notes that we wanted to like, write to ourselves to when we left school at 7th grade. Right. And I had actually written on that note that I wanted to be a game developer when I got old.
No shit.
And I was in first grade, so I was probably like 6 years old. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's really cool, man. It's really cool
Yeah, so
hearing that you kind of had your mindset on something. Like, I feel like not a lot of people can say that in general about like life. So it's really cool that you've always wanted to do it and it worked out.
yeah, it was my childhood dream, and it did work out. So I'm very, very blessed.
Yeah, dude, that's so cool, man. All right, so here's one. Did you go to school at all through the process, or has it all been self-taught as far as what
It's
you've learned?
been it's been self-taught through just learning, trial and error, tutorials, YouTube, all of that.
Uh-huh.
It's I haven't gone through any school or done any course or anything.
Dude, that's so cool, man.
Thank you, man. But there is the
Yeah.
problem with that, though, that people don't realize. Since a lot of the YouTube videos, they don't really show like a good way of developing systems. So, and that's something you don't know at the time, right? So,
Yeah.
whenever I try to, all the knowledge I gotten from YouTube videos, I try to make that into, the first ever surrounded, and it didn't go well since the code that you get from YouTube tutorials isn't really optimized for like larger projects or to be actually used in production. It's really like cheap and easy ways to do stuff, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So, and that's something I probably would have, avoided if I went to school. But then, there's pros and cons with everything. I learned a lot of like problem solving and stuff since I don't have a teacher that could just tell me everything. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, trial and error, dude. That's like me with streaming. I feel like that's one of the best ways to learn is trial and error,
Yeah, exactly.
like-
I think, yeah, just seeing what doesn't work, it always puts you one step closer to knowing what works, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Let's see.
Word. So was horror always going to be your plan? Was that always the genre that you had in mind? Do you have did you grow up enjoying horror, or how did the horror thing come into fruition?
That's a very good question. The thing is, I'm a bit unsure actually, since I think so, since I've always been like very intrigued by horror, but when I was younger I was scared shitless by horror. Like I wouldn't dare to watch horror movies, I couldn't play horror games, like I was really scared by it all.
No shit.
Yeah, but then I don't know, like, but it's always like intrigued me since I just remember, or like when you play a game, for example, right, like an action game or whatever, there can be a lot of cool scenes and cool mechanics, right?
Yeah.
But the thing I always liked about horror is that it actually like made you physically feel something, like you actually felt scared, right? And that's something you don't really feel in any other games, since stuff can be cool and stuff, but it doesn't really make you physically feel something.
Yeah, it's more memorable when
Yeah.
I feel like with
So
horror.
that's why I've always just been intrigued by horror stuff, since I always would feel something so strongly about it when it was horror.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect it. So you said that you used to get scared shitless when you would play games and stuff. Do you have like, when you think back, like what was something like, what was one of the super sketchy ones that you can recall? It could be a movie, a game, but like, was it like Friday the 13th or like 13 Ghosts? Like,
I have a clear one, man. It's Outlast.
Oh.
My days. My younger self could not handle Outlast. I couldn't even look at pictures of it. I was traumatized.
Yeah, Outlast 1 was no joke.
Even with Slenderman, like Slenderman really scared me as well.
Didn't.
It was, like when I was younger, I was so scared about Slenderman once that I downloaded a Slenderman tracking app on my phone to like see if it was close to me, and it just made it worse since it said it was close and everything. It was horrible, man.
That's comedy, man. Light my candle.
I think it was in 4th grade, and I was traumatized. I was so scared from Slenderman.
Oh no. Oh man. All right. So as far as being a dev goes, did you always want? Because you are a solo dev.
I am.
Was that something that you planned, or is that something you prefer? How did that? What's the story behind that? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I haven't always been a solo developer. We used to actually be 2 developers at the studio, actually. But then I did realize that I prefer working alone, and it's nothing like that. That's just been my entire life. Even in school, I hated doing group projects. I just really liked doing my own thing, and just getting my full vision out, especially when it's like creative stuff, and like if I have this vision in my head of something, I really just want it to be what I visualize it to be, and like I want it to become like that.
Yeah.
But it is also very fun to work with developers, so I do want to like work with more developers for like maybe a project here and there, but like I definitely do want to stay solo with my games at least.
Yeah. No, I respect that.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to like get somebody else's like creative aspect on things at times, but I agree with you. I'm a lone rider when it comes to like a lot of things for the same reason. Like it's not it's not because I need things my way or like, it's just like I do prefer to just kind of grind alone. I like to be able to blame only myself is my thing.
Exactly.
But
yes, that's exactly it, man. I'm the exact same.
Yeah, it's the same goes with streaming. Like some games I've started to branch out more often, but like Phasmophobia, for example, I don't know why I can't play that game with people, bro. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? Like it's like when people like run into like my what's it called? Like my rhythm. I'm like, come on, man. But so developing.
I fully get the feeling.
Developing your first game, like had to have been like kind of a whirlwind of emotions, right? Like, throughout it. Like I'm sure more than once until it was right. You looked at it like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this, or like, times of doubt, whatever the case may have been. But at what point was it during it or after release? Like, at what point did you really look at it and you were like, wow, dude, like, that pride moment came in. Like, it's like, wow, this is actually really badass. You know what I mean? When was it?
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. That actually took a very long, actually. It was, it is such a hard spot to be in that people don't realize, since, it's, it took many years before, like, from my first game came out that I actually felt that, since, when you are a developer and you're developing a game, you are in this sort of, like, bubble, where you spend so much time seeing, like, the broken version of everything. You know all of the bugs, you see all the ugly test builds, you know the systems that barely work, and, it's hard to actually be proud of something when you know everything that's, that's bad with the game, in a sense, and you've seen so much bad shit about it.
Yeah.
But then, after a while, when you actually get the game out, not even releasing it, you don't get that moment yet, since you don't know if people like it. You still just see it as this buggy game in a way. But then, you start getting reviews and you see actually people playing it. And the first time someone actually played a game and they have a positive reaction, that is definitely the moment where you're proud of your stuff and you feel really great about it.
Absolutely. Getting that positive feedback, man.
Yeah. Since I had a rough launch with Surrounded at first. It was mostly negative. It was that for like over a year. And it felt like it couldn't do anything right? And then I just stepped back and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to work on something else. So I started Abnormality. And then I released a demo for Abnormality. And I think within the first few days, it got 25 reviews and all of them were positive. And that was probably one of the proudest moments of my life. Like, it's such a confident boost when you see something like that.
For sure. Yeah, when you get that recognition that you've worked so hard for, man. I mean, because, I don't want to speculate here, right? But as a developer, like that, I'm sure the whole time you're making it, not only are you thinking, like, I hope people like this, but, like, you want people to get enjoyment out of it. Like, I'm sure there is that passion level, where it's like...
Yeah, of course.
Man,
like, I genuinely... Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say, like, man, I really hope that I can make somebody's night or, like, week or month that they grinded this, like, better. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But...
Yeah, I want everyone to just have a lot of fun and meet new people and, like, create this place that people just enjoy, right?
Yeah.
And it's very satisfying, like, let's say if you cook dinner for someone, right, and they really enjoy that meal, you feel great, right? Like, you feel like you've done something fantastic for them, and you made something that they really enjoy, and that's such a great such a great thing about development, since you know, in the best case, you have this thing where thousands of people enjoy, and you created this massive thing that so many people enjoy and so many people have fun with.
Absolutely.
And that's what I strive to achieve. So
yeah, man. I mean, you're doing a great job, bro. For what it's worth, man. I love this game, and seeing these teasers, man. Whew. Bro,
I'll actually send you a teaser after this chat. So yeah.
Wait, what was that? I'm sorry.
I'll send you a teaser after this chat.
Man, dude, the teasers have been killing me, dude. It's like chat. If you got to talk to my chat, man, they would tell you like it's all I talk about. Like I'm like trying to like not grind too much now because I want to save it all for when it drops. Dude. I'm so excited.
Oh, that means a lot, man. That's really motivating to hear.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We all love it for what it's worth. My community really, really loves this game and everything you're doing. All right, I'm gonna try to save our ass. I got a smudge.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Where the hell are you at? Oh. So, without any like, I don't know, complete spoilers, I guess, if you do plan on going a different direction, but is this something you plan on doing for the rest of your life? Continuing to make other games? Like, I think that's what I mean as far as, like, no spoilers. If you have big plans for another game, don't spoil it. But, do you plan on making more games in the future and everything?
Yeah. This is what this is what I've always wanted since I was a child, so I'm definitely gonna keep doing this. And I don't know if you've seen it, but I have another game called Predators that is being cooked up. It's on Steam. You can wishlist it.
No shit. It's called what? Predators?
Predators, yeah. It's a dinosaur horror game.
Okay. I'm going to have to check this out.
Yeah. Thank you, man. But yeah, I definitely want to keep doing this. Like, even if everything, goes to shit and I lose everything and I have to get a day job as well, I will still keep making games on the side since this is just what I love to do. And I have a passion for it, and yeah.
And man, it goes back to what we were saying, that passion will carry you, man. Like,
yeah.
When you love something, it's almost like a no-brainer. Like, that's so good.
Yeah, it's just obvious. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. I love doing this, and I can never get tired of it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's so good to hear. So here's one for you. You might like this question. Are you single?
Okay.
No, I'm joking. How did becoming a dev affect you as a gamer? Did it make you play less? Obviously it did, right? Because the amount of time you invested as a gamer. But did it make you like even criticize games in different ways? Like how did it affect you as, the gamer that you always were prior? Are you friendly?
Oh, it's actually changed. Like
Are you happy?
It's changed a lot of stuff actually.
Okay.
It's way more than you would think. Since I do still play games every now and then, but it is way less often. But yeah, I just in general analyze games a lot more now, like than I usually would. Even like I don't think about doing it, but it just happens naturally, right?
I believe it.
Just seeing like whenever I go in a game, someone called me out on doing this. I looked up in the sky to see how the lighting reflects off surfaces and stuff. And that was, just something I was intrigued to see. And I catch myself analyzing, UI, which is user interface, for anyone that doesn't know, animations, mechanics, and just anything. Like, I always think, how have they done this? How did they do this? If there's anything cool. And even if there's things that I know is really hard to develop, I really start to appreciate that more as well. So yeah, it's definitely changed how I think and approach games.
That's awesome, though. I kind of figured, that'd be the case, right? But that's so cool, though. A different appreciation level for like a rock making ripples in the lake or something in the game,
Yeah, exactly. Just the small things that I know the developer probably spent like a week on, and no one will notice ever. And then I just I just notice. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's badass. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, don't get me killed, man.
I think it was coming right for you, too. I'm going to just save your cheeks. What was an unexpected struggle? Like, I'm sure you struggled... Or you... expected to struggle with, like, coding or something like that. But, what was, like, an unexpected struggle that you experienced, since you've become a dev?
Oh,
whether it be something from time management or whatever the case.
Yeah.
How did you die? Where are you?
Well, I think it's actually this one thing that it really affects indie developers, and people don't really think about it. Since, when you're making a game, like I said, especially indie games, it's not just about making a game. Since you suddenly have to, become a marketer, you have to become a community manager, you have to become a sound designer, in a lot of cases a voice actor. Like, there's so many pieces of game development that comes with game development, and like jobs you have to take over, since indie devs usually work alone. And suddenly you just have to learn all of this new stuff, and not only coding like you might have initially thought.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. The voices and all that,
There's so much stuff that you have to think about when you're making a game, and there's, in this big studio, you're usually hired just as a game developer, and then you literally just code, or you're a UI designer, or you are, a sound designer. But a indie developer has to do all of this and just learn all of these skills and do everything themselves.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, dude. Like, I mean, just the voice alone, I never even put two and two together until you just said it. That actually, like, baffles me to think about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so like every sound in a game I've had to, design as well. And I'm no sound designer, so I've had to research how to learn how to do that properly. Yeah.
Back to the trial and error.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of trial and error, man.
Yeah, dude. Are you friendly? I think we got Spirit Box. Where are you?
Okay, I'll trust you.
Are you single? Yep. It's always the "are you single," bro. You did that on purpose, man. I swear it's the most highly answered question is "are you single?" So we have Ghost Orbs, Laser Grid, and Spirit Box. So it's a Bogart.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, instead of getting into another one, we'll just sit here and chat, man. There's not too much left, but I'm really loving sitting here picking your brain, man.
I'm loving it here, man.
So this is out of the questions that I had, but this is just something like I'm curious about, and maybe other people agree with this or maybe not. But like, how much of it is actual like coding? I guess like as far as making a character, making this ghost model, is that a lot of like, you have a template and then you're kind of clicking and dragging its face kind of thing? Or is that literally just a bunch of numbers and letters in a set of parentheses? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, the Unreal Engine stuff, some stuff is a bit easier than others. Like, Unreal Engine really helps indie developers in a lot of ways by making some stuff easier. But, deep down in the core, it is just numbers and codes. It is... And there's no built-in mechanic for like dragging faces or stuff. That's someone's coded that, and even like everything you see, like just clicking W to walk forward, that is coded, and even everything, right?
Yeah.
There's so many small things that you don't realize. Like even this screen here, has a lot of coding behind it to get this up and running. Like this for the anxiety screen,
for the text to turn from white to green, it's probably its own like trigger, right?
Yeah,
action.
That is its own code to make it turn green. Everything is just there's so many letters and numbers, and
that's wild, man. Wild.
Yeah.
Like I would love, I'd love to like look at it one day. I don't think I've ever looked at something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's probably insane to look at, like millions of numbers and letters to make this game.
I can show you I can give you a Unreal Engine walkthrough sometime just to show you the project. That's no problem.
Yeah, for sure, man. One day when we both have downtime, for sure, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
So, did you always plan on spending time with the community, with spending time with your content creators, and like being the person you are? Like I can speak for like from my experience personally, like when you pop in my lives, like it means a lot, dude. It's so cool for you to take time out of your day, not to hold you up to, not to put you on a pedestal like that as the game dev, but like it's just something I feel like you don't see very often, or like maybe I've been looking the wrong direction. I don't really know how to explain it. But did you always plan on being that person who was involved with the community that took part in your games, or did it kind of come naturally?
No, I'm really glad you're saying that, since that is something I also that is what I always wanted to be like that. Since when I wasn't a game developer, I was in these Discord servers, and I I tried to, talk with the devs as well of other games, but I never understood why they didn't reply to people. Like, why did it seem so distant? And I just couldn't grasp my head around why they just didn't communicate with their community. So I just, the day I knew I was going to become a game dev. Like, that was always my dream. So I just knew that the day I become one, I'm just gonna just be a normal human like everyone else, chat with people, join lives if I see them, just do what I do, right?
That's awesome though, man. That's like, as a streamer, I have people who react the same way, right? They're like, I don't believe you answered. It's like, man, of course I answered. Like, I'm happy to have another friend, man, or the potential of another friend. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool, man. I'm happy to hear that, it was something that you planned on doing. And it sounds that you plan to keep doing it. I mean, I look at a lot of problems in games, and, like, I'm like, why isn't the dev listening? I'm sure you've heard that a million times in your life, but, like, you being so close to it, I feel like that's another benefit for you, is, like, you'll constantly know what people are craving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, this whole update that I'm working on now, it is all just, a bunch of player feedback that I've heard through streams, I've seen from people's videos, and it's just a collection of all of that. And that is the result of me, being in streams and, chatting with the community and talking with people, and yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man.
Thank you, man.
So, second to last, brother. If you could give one piece of advice to up-and-coming game devs, say a smaller dev who, maybe made their first project and it didn't go too well, or, one that's in the process of it and maybe struggling, what's a piece of advice you would give to an up-and-coming dev?
Oh, that is that is a good question. I'm trying to think of something I wish I heard when I started, right?
Yeah.
Well, what you said is like someone that had a project out that it didn't go too well. That's a really good start. This is probably going to be more towards the people that is still working on a project and haven't gotten it out yet. Since the biggest problem with indie developers is that they never finish the project they start. Like, I'm sure there's so many developers that have like 15 unfinished projects and they just keep on moving to the new ones since the scope is too big, the project is too large, and they never feel like it's perfect. But the thing is, it's never going to be perfect, and you're never going to, especially with the first title, you're never going to feel like, oh, okay, the game is now in a perfect state to release it. You should just release it early. That's what I think. Since the experience and the knowledge you get from actually having the game out and getting real players to play it and real player feedback is one of the most valuable things that you can get as a developer.
Yeah. That's actually a really interesting take, man.
Even like, you don't even have to get it on Steam. Just get your, like, it can be a demo, it can be a tech demo for a game. It can be super early. Just like get it on itch.io. It's a free place where you can upload games and just have some people play it, get some actual player feedback, and that will really help you speed up your development learning skills.
Yeah. No, that's actually really cool to hear, man. That's like a I don't know. That's not the answer I was expecting. Release it. You know what I mean? But like, it actually makes a lot of sense when you say it.
Yeah,
like,
since with my first game, like, I tried for so many years to make a game myself, right? But I could never get it perfect. So, and then one day I just sat down. I was like, I'm just gonna work on this game for 2 months, and I'm gonna release it after 2 months, regardless of the state. And that is what I did. It was horrible. It was probably the worst game ever. But yeah. After that, everything went uphill. I started learning a lot more since, like I said, player feedback is super valuable, and it feels like you learn faster when the project is actually out, since you're a bit more, well, you work faster in a way since you just want it out, right, to the new players to get more feedback, and then it just keeps on getting better and better and better.
For sure.
So yeah, just get the game out. That is my advice.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. And then, last question, man. When are you going to put a white bandana into Abnormality for me? Nah, on a serious note, I always end with the advice that a streamer would give another streamer. So that was the last question, the advice you would give to a dev. But
okay.
But yeah, no, I wanted to bust your balls about the white bandana.
You did, yeah. We'll see, maybe. We'll see. You never know.
Hey, man, fingers crossed one day. But
Fingers crossed.
But again, man, I can't thank you enough. Seriously, this is a new step in my project. I never expected to be able to say that I interviewed a dev, man. Shit, I never expected to know if I was even going to have enough streamers to interview or whatever the case was going to be with this project. But the fact that I was able
I'm
to
loving
do
the project.
Thank you, bro. It means a lot. And the fact that I was able to sit down with you. I mean, this was awesome. This is what I say about every one of these interviews. Is like I'm happy that I just got to do it. But I think people are gonna love this, man. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day.
Thank you for having me. That's it means a lot that you invited me. I feel honored to be the first developer on Talks with TK.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes,
well,
sir.
I love what you're doing, bro. You know that, and I look forward to continue being a part of it. As a content creator, who knows what the future holds? You know what the deal is, but yeah, man. Thank you again. Let's lock in this
Thank you so
Bogart,
much,
man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna end end episode 5, and in my opinion, a legendary one. So
I think that it is a fire one. I agree.
hell yeah, man.